Okay, so down in the bottom. Oh, what happened to my? Okay, down in the bottom we have Chase Atkins. Zerg this time? What? Okay, I'm
Oh, wow.
confused. Did he mess up? And we have. I think he messed up.
I don't think so. He definitely sees what he is. He's saying good luck, have fun. I think perhaps he just didn't want to do a PvP, so he's maybe going to his second best race, which is Zerg, and is definitely strong against Protoss. If you can get that 12-minute max, you're going to be doing fairly well, especially if that Protoss doesn't have Colossus out. It does say toss, but he is playing on it's his own game. So if he's playing a weaker race, he's definitely allowed to play. Not to mention it's in the room. You can see it in the room. Enix says he's all right with it.
All right.
He's
As long as NX is all right, I'll let them continue.
I'm sure Enix is more than okay to let his opponent play his second strongest race. Who knows? Maybe this is his strongest race, but according to all things, Protoss is Chase's strongest race. So I'd be more than happy to.
Can't see Enix did put like 4 probes into his Nexus. Alrighty.
And there's the. I'm a little surprised he went.
Going Nexus
I
first?
thought it said 15 hatch. I thought it was 14 hatch. So 15 hatch is pretty standard.
So we have a Nexus first against Zerg. Okay, did he scout him?
He definitely just scouted him, and he sees that there's no pool down yet. And if this
Could have
Zerg is
been,
that
though.
committed to no pool, he may even take this and go all the way over to the third, and we'll see. Yep, and that's exactly what we're going to see. We're going to see a 3 pool or 3 hatch before pool, which is going to be extremely strong in the mid game. He is going to have so much money, it's going to be ridiculous. And this is what we talked about, that 345 mark. You want your third to be down before that, and we saw they were a little later in the other 2 games, so this is actually going to make his build even stronger than what we've seen previously. But what's important is he's going to have to be really careful of that early game aggression out of the Protoss player, who now has a pretty standard SimCity coming up. He's got the 2 pylons and pretty standard placement. Here comes a cannon. Gateways down, and we should be seeing a cybernetics core fairly quickly here coming out of it. I'm surprised he pulled that probe before his cybernetics core is down. And very surprised to see still no cybernetics,
so,
especially with 2 assimilators out.
We also, okay, so the spawning pool is up. Will it go, get some early queens for defense and just go an Ice Fisher kind of type, or what's he going to do?
I'm sorry, I missed the question?
I'm just wondering if he's going to get queens up for defense and go an Ice Fisher build, or because I see no gas yet, so it's kind of
Probably what he's going to do. Normally, when I do this three bill or three pool before hatch, he's going to saturate his second and his first, and then he's just going to use lings to defend and that queen at each. Normally, you place your overlords kind of in the middle of the map, in between those 2 Xel'Naga towers. You get 1 at each, and you throw a lings right in front of the second of the Protoss. So once you see something moving out, you can just start making those lings, and normally that's enough to defend because your economy is so high at that point in time. It's really hard for the Protoss to be able to muster enough in that early game to really do much damage
now,
to you.
income-wise, you can see that Chase Atkins is ahead of his opponent by almost 400 minerals per minute here. Gas income does favor Enix, so we'll see how that plays out, but just thought you'd like, and we see 2 gases all at once. Actually, 3 gas.
He's probably he may even go to a 4th gas. We'll see what he ends up to do, but he has near saturation at his second. He'll probably have near saturation, just under saturation at his
and
first.
And 4th gas is up for Chase.
Yeah, it looks like right now this is going to be very similar to a Stefano's 12-minute gas build or 12-minute roach build. You can see his thirds up and running pretty strong already. He'll still probably be more drones. Yep, and there's more drones. He'll get maybe one gas at his third. He'll double Evo build if he really wants to make this powerful, and he'll have a super strong push right at about 13 minutes if he goes full roaches here. But interesting enough, we have Void Rays coming out of the Protoss player.
Yeah, but the other thing is, Void Rays really don't do much against Mass Roach.
That is very true. And there is the Roach Warren right about. It's a little early. Normally you throw it down right about 8 minutes, and only one Evo chamber. Strangely enough, he's on 3 base. He should be throwing down a macro hatch and a second Evo chamber.
You'd have to go DTs, I'd like to make it more viable. We do have a robotics as well. A couple of more, looks like 3 more gateways, so he's on the 4 gate right now, along with the Stargate as well. So I think the Void Ray will be for hunting overlords, maybe map control a little bit. See what happens. Drone.
Right now, it's also important to notice that all of these bases are going to be saturated. All 3 of these bases.